Hey guys, it's Stefan here with All American Print Supply. Welcome back to another webinar. We're so excited. We're joined by Leo from Print Co. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Absolutely, bro.
Before we get started, I want to remind you guys we did recently launch our brand new website. That's aaprintssupplyco.com. Be sure to head over and make your account and log in when you're purchasing. We have a brand new loyalty rewards program where you can earn points back on every purchase, good towards future items on the website. Also want to remind you guys about the YouTube channel. It's going to be AA Print Supply Co. on youtube.com. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, drop some thumbs up, and be sure to hit the post notification bell so you never miss any of our awesome print related content.
Including this.
That's right. We're actually also rolling out, guys, a brand new financing option through Synchrony. We're going to have programs available with 18 months of zero free interest. More information on that later. If you guys are interested in more information on any of the products or processes that we're going through today, be sure to hit the link in the Zoom chat down below. We're going to have an option to connect with the representative who can go over this in more detail and let you know how to move forward. I think that's probably about all my spiel here to get started, guys. Once again, we are joined by Leo from Print Co. How did you get your start, Leo?
Well, actually, not surprisingly, when we first started, we had already known Tony because we'd been buying from him. We were actually screen printers first and foremost. And when we first started, say a bit over 3 years ago now, we wanted a lot more solutions for the printing machines that we already had. So we already had a DTG machine, greatest $20,000 we ever spent. We had an entire screen printing setup, but all we could do was shirts. So instead of just complaining about it, we invented different platens that let you do different objects, patented them. Fast forward 2.5 years, now we're actually working with Tony here at All American and we're selling them through him. So it's not like we went from point A to point Z. We went through trial and error. You know, we were out there messing up shirts, messing up hats, messing up face masks until it was like, there's a better way to do it. So we made it, and now we're out here selling it. We're showing you guys how to do it, and we hope it can at least help some of the shops watching this, if not all of you guys. That'll probably make us the happiest.
Absolutely, that sounded pretty good. All right, now, Leo, for customers who may not be familiar with your company, what would you say you're best known for product-wise?
If you don't know our company, we definitely, if you don't know their company, go back a few years, you probably have seen this everywhere. It's the Captain Platen. And the way that it works is you basically just lay it down, you load a hat onto it, and then the real magic to it is that you can print on it because it's gonna be a flat plane. So obviously the biggest problem with hats is that it's cylindrical, right? It goes around. Horrible if you want to print on it. But with a few choice moves, 3 of them to be exact, you can actually make the hat flat. Once the hat's flat, and the table isn't moving, then you can just transport it over to your printer and you're ready to print.
That looks nice and flat.
Right? So now that it's flat, you can screen print on it, DTG, vinyl, do anything you want to decorate it, and as soon as it's done, you just offload it, throw it in the conveyor dryer, and that's it. But this is definitely what we were first known for. So that got us our big break into the industry. Apart from that, face mask platen. So this is the second thing. After the coronavirus thing the illness occurred, everybody needed face masks. And a bunch of print shops, to our satisfaction, were actually calling us, telling us that they went from t-shirts to face masks. Once that happened, face mask kit definitely became our biggest claim to fame after the Captain Platen.
Awesome. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
For those of you who may have not been at the trade shows with us before, we've had the honor of exhibiting alongside Leo and his company, and it's really the best, I would say, at explaining this process. You got time maybe to show them a demonstration on the hat platen?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Well, we're standing next to the F2100, one of the largest selling direct-to-garment printers in North America. This thing's a beast. Check out the YouTube channel for more information on this. We could talk about that all day. Today, we're going to be using the Epson direct-to-garment printer with this available attachment, available at aprintsupplyco.com, to show you how you can offer more than just the garment options to your customer base.
Definitely.
All right, guys. Without further ado, let's see this thing in action. Take it away, Leo.
Awesome. All right. First thing you want to do is you want to take the Captain Platen and put it on your setup station. Then you want to lock it into place. Now, you get your hat, you make sure that the back is completely unbuckled and that the cardboard is out. You want to take the bill, you slide it under the front bar. That's the little skinny one right up there. Then you want to take the sweatband on the right side. I don't know if you guys can see that. You want to tuck it under the top plate. So you want to do that on the right side. Then you want to do it on the left side. Then you just want to make sure it's nice and straight with the platen. The cool thing about our platen is that it's the exact same dimension as what Garment Creator has for the extra small setting. You make sure the print surface area is nice and smooth, you engage the locking bar, and you're done. Now the locks that you originally initiated, you want to unlock them now. You take them off and it's ready to get transported over to the machine. So let's set up the machine now, right? First thing you want to do is you want to take off the platen that's already on your machine, right? Then you want to take off this metal box. And usually it has a screw on the side. We already took care of that. You want to lift it up, get rid of that, right? Put it back here. This piece right here is going to be the key so you can put all of our platens on this machine. It's called the master adapter. You want to take it, make sure the little metal part's on the front, drop it in, you're good to go. Now the cool thing about the master adapter is that all of the height settings are still functional. You want to raise it up, you want to drop it down, you can still do that. And Esteban, it works with the 3070.
The new Epson F2100
That's
brand
what's
new
up.
direct-to-garment printer?
That's what's up.
That's awesome.
So all the platens, everything you see here, if you're gonna get the new machine anyways, don't worry about it. Everything is fully compatible, except over there, you don't have to worry about doing this manually. So, master adapter's on the machine. What's next? You wanna take the platen off, and you wanna transport it, drop it into place, and you're done. Then you're just gonna hit print and it's gonna go. But that's not the end of it, right? So the whole point of this is, what do you do while that is printing? If you guys have already been DTGing for a while, you know that it's not gonna be a 3-second process. It takes a little bit of time. 15 seconds on average, just to be exact. So what you do in the meantime, you load up the next one, right? Grab the next tack. Set it up by putting it under the front bar. Do the right side, do the left side. Make sure it's nice and straight. Flatten the print surface area, like so. Grab the locking bar, engage it, give it one last tug, and when this one pops out, you take it off the machine, you load up the next one, and that's what we call continuous production. So instead of only getting 10 hats an hour because you're just diddling your thumbs over here while this is printing, you could be loading up the next one while one is printing. It's gonna double your production output, and if you have a DTG machine, it's gonna make it a lot more competitive for you out there on the market. So yeah, that's the big spiel.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Would you say you have maybe any tips or tricks for preparing these for print, like pre-treat wise or anything?
Absolutely. Let me bring this guy right back. So, depending on how far along in your DTG journey you're in right now, you already realize one thing. Without a proper pre-treat regimen, this isn't really gonna print very well. Like, you're gonna print it and be like, why is it so wonky? The coolest thing I can offer you guys, continuous spray bottles. You're gonna see these a lot like barber shops, salons, stuff like that. You give it a few sprays and it's continuous, right? And the cool thing about mist like this is it's gonna give you a nice, even spray. So, let me give you a real life scenario. At our print shop, if we're doing 10, 20, 30 of these, like for an order, we're gonna be using the Mr. T1. And I'll give you guys some footage so you guys can see that. If we're just doing like 2 or 3 hats, or if we're at a show and we can't take that machine with us, you definitely want to grab yourselves one of these. It's going to save you so much time. And if you guys are already using the Wagner spray gun, definitely give that a look because it's a lot lighter and it's very consistent. So definitely by far biggest tip I can offer.
Awesome. No,
Yeah.
It seems like it'd be a great convenience, like you said, for those smaller runs. Automated pre-treat machine, if you're banging out a bunch of them, that's going to give you probably a little more productive, but this looks convenient, looks clean, and it's endorsed by the man himself, so
Yeah.
that's enough of approval for me. Now, what about when these hats come out of the printer?
Yeah.
How would you want to make sure you get a good cure or dry so the customer gets a good life cycle?
Great question. All right, so check it out. We have 3 options, right? If you're doing a white hat, CMYK only, so no white underbase, you got 3 options. You can lay it out overnight, just like this. It's gonna be dry by tomorrow morning. You're gonna be good to go. You can also throw it in your conveyor dryer, especially if you have a wide underbase. The third one is a heat gun. Now the only thing with a heat gun is you wanna keep it moving because if you keep it in one spot too long, it's gonna burn it. But otherwise, hit it a few times, 10 to 15 seconds, you're done. The big thing about hats that's really tricky is you wanna maintain the shape of the hat as much as possible. So if you're just crushing it like under a heat press, you're gonna find some problems. So we recommend hot air gun, overnight dry, conveyor dryer.
Awesome. That sounds very doable, guys. What do you think? Now, at the beginning of the presentation, you mentioned that you got your start in screen printing. I know we're working with the Epson DTG right now. Are there other applications available for your hat printing system you developed?
Oh, absolutely. So the the coolest part about all of our platens, and it really comes from a pain point that we had. So when we were a smaller shop, we didn't have a whole lot of money to throw around. So if we invested $100, $200, $300 into a hat platen, and it only worked on one machine, we were pretty miffed, right? We were like, this is just not worth it. We're not gonna get the full bang for the buck. So one of the things that we did when we designed all of our platens is we made it on a transportable system, which means any machine in your shop that has a master adapter, whether it's the heat press, the screen printing machine, or a DTG machine, anything can accept our platens. And that being said, anything you already buy, you can use them on all the machines at any given time. There's a few secret undercover things we have coming out, but what it basically is things that you can start doing with your garments pre-press, right? So right off the press onto the table. And anything we can do to help increase production is gonna look a little bit like this. So stay tuned for those, they're coming in a bit.
Awesome, that sounds exciting. Can't wait to hear about that news. Oh man, so we talked about the direct to garment, we talked about how this works with the screen printing. You think we can make one?
Absolutely.
Okay,
absolutely.
Let's see it, let's see this thing in action. Again, guys, we're working with the F2100 direct to garment printer, available at supplyco.com, as well as all of these awesome key Printco accessories to really maximize. I mean, this is a great way for people to increase their profits even with their existing customer base for t-shirts, right?
Yeah, if I can riff on that for just a second. Say you're printing a t-shirt, right? A t-shirt already has a ceiling price, so no one's gonna pay you $50 for a t-shirt. Hats, face masks, shoes, skateboards, items that are more novel and unique don't necessarily have a price ceiling. So if you have this machine and you have the option to print a $50 hat or a $20 t-shirt, and it takes the exact same amount of time, which one would you do? But the other cool part about hats specifically is that the actual print surface area is no bigger than a left chest pocket print. So you're printing with less ink, less time, and less cost to you. You get a higher profit margin, and because you have our platens, it literally takes seconds to print. Now, you might be asking yourself, then why doesn't everybody do this? Because a short while ago, this would take a long time. And I can tell you from firsthand experience, I was one of those shops that was struggling printing hats before we made these platens. So if you guys are one of the few and the first that are looking at this now, wondering why is no one in my town doing it, you could be the first to do it.
That sounds good to me.
Definitely.
Awesome, awesome.
Shall we print a hat?
Yeah, let's make a hat, guys. Let's get this going. Awesome.
Cool. So let's print up a hat. The first thing you want to do, drop it into place and hit print. Now, the most commonly asked questions we get are around Garment Creator. The first thing you want to do inside Garment Creator is you want to go to Layout Settings. You want to change your platen size. It's called extra small, and it's the 7x8 platen size. This one is identical to our platen. Once you change it to 7x8, you want to go to Print Settings. If you're doing a dark shirt, or I'm sorry, a dark hat or a black hat, it's the first or the third option. The middle one is really only for white hats. So that's the setting you want to use if you're using a hat like this. Since we're using a dark hat, it's going to have a wide underbase, and that's what's happening right now. The next thing you want to do is switch your print quality. So we always recommend between 3 to 6 because a hat is a lot more dense. It absorbs a lot more ink, so it's a lot more like a towel than a really thin shirt, which you might have seen the ink might even go through. So between 3 to 6, you're ready to rock. Other than that, it's really just aiming. So I'm going to put it back on light t-shirt setting. And what you could see here, 1, 2, 3 inches from the bottom is going to be, I'll show you guys with a measuring tape, 1, 2, 3 inches from the bottom. So the bill ends 3 inches from the bottom, and then the top of the front panel starts from 3 to 6. So aiming is super easy. 1, 2, 3 would be the same as 1, 2, 3. Because all of our platens are exactly 1-to-1 in aspect ratio, we have a 7x8 print surface area that matches up perfectly to this. Once your print is done, you're ready to rock. You take it off the platen machine, the printing machine. You bring it over to your setup station. You disengage the locking bar. You lift it up from one side, and then you just take the whole hat off, and you're done. So what do you do from here, right? Again, you have 3 options. 1, hit it with a hot air gun. It's just 1 unit. So you can just take the hot air gun, start hitting it, maybe 10, 15 seconds later, you're done, you're ready to rock, put it aside, go to the next hat. The second thing you can do is, if you have a print shop that has a conveyor belt, you just throw it on the conveyor belt. You guys are gonna really love that because in terms of the production output, the quickest you can start switching out the hats is just as fast as you're gonna be getting them out on the other end of the conveyor dryer, no effort needed. The third thing you can do, and this is really only if you're using a white hat with CMYK only, is leave it out overnight. So what I like to do is I like to buckle it up from the back again so that it starts retaining its shape. And then you want to take the cardboard insert that came with the hat. And that's this little guy right here. So you put it in from the back side. And then, just like the rest of these hats, you line them up like this, with enough space between them so that the ink doesn't actually touch. And if it's a white hat, overnight, let them dry. By the next morning, you're good to go.
I don't know if it gets easier than that, guys. You saw it firsthand. It was that quick. For more information, as we said, for the attachments, the printer, getting started, any questions on what we're discussing today, we're going to have that link in the Zoom chat. You can go ahead and connect with the representative for more information. Be sure to head over to the website again, printsupplyco.com. You can take a look at all of our different options, but this is pretty solid.
Yeah.
That came out awesome.
Thank you, bro.
Let's keep it rolling. That was awesome. That looked really easy, guys. I hope we're showing you how you can easily increase your invoices, open more product offerings to your existing customer base. And if there's no one else doing this, why not it be you? Now, at the beginning of the production broadcast, we started talking about the pandemic and the other things going on. The hat attachment is not all that you guys offer, right?
Oh, not anymore, sir. Not anymore. We got
Take
the
it away.
face mask plan. Let me show you guys how this works. So, someone comes into your shop and they want to get a custom shirt, right? Let's make them the custom shirt. You finish that off and you always ask them, would you like a mask with that? That's the new French fries for this industry. Let me show you how easy that is to print. You take the hat platen, right? It comes with a face mask. Sorry, you take the face mask platen. It comes with the face mask kit. So you have the large adult face mask, the kids face mask. You also have a 3x4 face mask option. You take your platen, you put it on your setup station, right? Then you want to get your face mask, you put it right over the print surface area. All of these face mask options come with hoops. You take the hoop, you lock it into place, and then it's the same amount of magic. You just drop it right into the DTG machine and you hit print. Now I want you guys to see what's going on in there when we hit print. Now all you want to do, take the face mask, transport it back to your setup station. But while we're here, I want to show you guys something again. If you look here, 1, 2, 3, 4 inches from the bottom, our design is going to print in that exact same spot. So it's 4 inches from the bottom. And what I want to keep illustrating to you guys is the fact that our platens are exactly 1-to-1 to how the software lays it out. It makes it super easy for you to aim. So if you're wondering, why didn't these guys do a test print? Why didn't they see where it was going to land? We don't have to. All you have to do is measure from the bottom of the platen and it's going to land in the same place every single time. So a question you might be asking yourself at this point is, all right, what now? So you got a custom face mask, you got 3 options. Again, lay it out overnight if it's CMYK only, if you want to do that. You could throw these in your conveyor dryer and it will dry. You can also, with face masks, exercise your heat press options. So here's how you do it, right? You take the face mask, you lay it down flat, you put some parchment paper over it. Now with face masks, what you want to keep in mind is you want to regulate the time, the temperature, and the pressure. Because every face mask is constructed differently and it's made out of different materials, you always want to make sure that you're not burning or destroying the face mask. Woo. After I get my face mask platen down, it's just a matter of waiting. So typically between 10 to 15 seconds will dry the face mask. Now depending on if you have a wide underbase or a little bit more, it may take a little bit more time. Once your face mask is done, you take the parchment paper off, woo, you don't drop your face mask, and you're done. Woo, it's a little hot, but your face mask is otherwise done. So now that your face mask is done, you come back, you load up the next one. So the entire process could be done in the same manner that you did the hats, production style, right? You're loading the next face mask while one is printing. You get a nice little groove going, you either get another person to heat press them or you throw them all in the conveyor dryer. You're looking between 30 to 40 face masks per hour. If you're charging at the exact same rate as you do custom t-shirts, you get a bigger profit margin, a larger production output, and it's all with the same machine and equipment that you currently already have. So that's how you do face masks.
That was awesome. And you know, with everything going on, it's safe to say these masks aren't going anywhere anytime soon. You don't want to be the one who misses out on being able to not just offer protection in a stylish fashion for your customers, but to make some money while we're doing it, right? I mean, don't miss out. You saw how easy it was. You're already in printing. You know, why not offer everything? That was awesome, man. Very impressive.
Thank you, bro.
Really happy to see the new product here. Man, what issues would you say maybe novices or beginners may encounter when they start working with this kind of equipment that they should know?
Yeah, absolutely. Probably the biggest problem that we have is people will just buy the platen itself. They're just gonna be like, oh, that was so cool. I saw it on the webinar. I just want the platen itself. Don't give me any of this other fun stuff. You wanna buy a kit. If it's your very first purchase with us, buy the kit. The kit comes with a master adapter that's gonna go directly onto your machine. It comes with a setup station, and then it comes with the platen. And the reason we did that is because it's a transportable system. You need all of these pieces for the platens to work. But after you buy the kit, that's where all the cool stuff happens. All the platens that you want to buy additionally, maybe you want to grab yourself a Captain Platen, they're all just a few $100. They're not very expensive. And the best part about it is if you put a master adapter on every new machine you get, you can use all your platens on every machine without ever worrying about outdating them and then your print shop having to buy them all over again. All you need to do is buy the new master adapter and all your platens upgrade with you. So definitely the biggest issue. You want to get a kit to start off with, not just the platen.
That was awesome. I could have said it better myself. Yeah, and like we said, guys, if you are making sure you want to get that order in correctly, if you have questions about getting started, adding something like this to your existing business, the links below, you can connect with the representative, get that more information, make sure that order is right. You don't want to end up with just a platen you can't use, get making money right away. Man, very impressive. It's the best way I can say for it, impressive.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. And I think the best part about it is for most of the print shops that already have this entire setup, having one additional tool can literally bring you an entirely different stream of revenue. And especially during this pandemic, everyone could benefit from having multiple streams of revenue with the exact same setup. So make use of what you got and make the most out of it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I would say these are probably going to be uniform add-ons for your businesses. You'll see this at schools, churches,
absolutely,
sporting groups. I mean, I see the referees wearing them in the games.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, you're not going to be limited to who you can offer these to and what you're going to be able to offer to them.
Right.
Great product to really get the full potential out of what these machines are capable of. And that's what we're about here. Have this stuff make money for you guys. That was awesome.
Thank you, bro.
Would you say maybe there are frequently asked questions you come across, people getting started?
The pre-treat one's a big one, right? We already addressed it earlier. Continuous spray bottle action, that's what you're looking for. Or Wagner spray gun, but definitely for more than 5 to 10 units, you want to be using something like the Mr. T1. You literally just line everything up, don't worry about it. If you've been doing this for a while, you know that the key to making a lot of money isn't doing it once and spending a lot of time on it. It's doing it in as little time as possible with as much of an assembly type process as possible. So incorporating all of these with a Mr. T1, definitely gonna get you to that point. Another commonly asked question is, how do I line up the artwork? We just solved that. The platens are exactly 1-to-1 to the 7x8. As soon as you switch over that setting, don't forget to switch over, get your measuring tape ready. It's easy, trust me. If not, call Esteban personally and he'll help you out.
There we go.
The next troubleshooting thing we always get is, why don't my hats work? These things just aren't working. These work with unconstructed hats. So you're looking at dad hats, trucker hats, anything that could break down, that's what's gonna be working on your platens. And realistically, I'd say the last question is, what can these platens print on? Our platens are platens. And I think people sometimes forget that. Even though we are charting uncharted territories with new items, new things that don't exist, we actually don't control the printing aspect of it. Your printer does. So all of the same rules still apply. High cotton compositions are the best. You still have to pre-treat the things that you have to pre-treat, and you still have to dry them in the same way that the ink is gonna dry. Our platens literally just hold down the objects, but they don't change the printing process. So if you're wondering, hey, how do I print 100% polyester face masks with your platen? That's not a question for us. It's a question for Esteban, Epson, and the ink manufacturers. So definitely try to be cognizant of that. I would say those are the three probably most frequently asked questions.
Awesome.
Definitely.
Right on, man.
Definitely.
No, I mean, I learned a lot, just kind of seeing this all in action. It's always good to work with you.
Absolutely.
I missed the trade shows, guys, and being able to connect with all of you in person, but, we hope with these webinar series we're going to be producing that you can see firsthand in person how easy it is to not only operate, but expand what you can offer for your customers. Man, I want to thank you for your time.
Absolutely, bro.
Coming by, hanging out. Once again, guys, make sure you head over to the YouTube channel. It's going to be Print Supply Co. at youtube.com. See awesome more print-related content. We got some stuff cooking up.
Oh yeah. If you guys aren't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe to all the All-American channels, because the things that we have coming up, especially for everyone, for all the All-American guys who've already bought stuff, if you already have this kit, over the next 3 months, you're gonna see some crazy cool stuff come out. If you're not following the channels though, you're not gonna get the sneak peek, so definitely make sure you follow.
And you got a pretty active channel community you have, right? You want to share with them, please?
Absolutely. If you check us out on YouTube, we're Key Print Co., spelled normally. Check us out on Instagram, because we're always putting up daily stories of tips and stuff that we're picking up at our print shop. So Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and also if you just want to email us directly through All American, our partnership is strong. We're constantly contacting each other. But if there's just really unique questions, they'll patch you guys over to us, and we'll be more than happy to answer your questions.
Absolutely, guys. And like we keep saying, for any of you who are interested in more information on the products, the processes, how you can move forward with adding in this type of stuff, be sure to hit the link below. You can connect with the representative. And I want to tell you guys again, if you enjoyed this webinar, or if you hated it, or if you have suggestions or kind of comments, we're going to be offering all attendees a $25 web store credit. So all you got to do is leave your feedback. We'll drop that link down below so you guys can let your voice be heard and help us improve and maybe give something more geared towards what you'd like to see in the future. So make sure you take advantage of this, guys. We want to hear what you have to say. Oh man, I think you covered everything, bro.
We're good. I mean, we basically just covered hats and face masks to the fullest. So thank you for having me. I really appreciate it, man.
It was a real pleasure. Absolutely. True professional. Love to work along the side of the guy. I get to learn a little bit too about being a showman. So always good to see you, man. We're going to throw it to a PowerPoint presentation right now, just kind of recapping some of the information from today, but definitely want to thank you guys all for hanging out with us, and we'll see you in the PowerPoint.
Have a good one. Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
That was a lot of fun. I want to give a big shout out to the entire Key Print Co team and Leo for stopping by, hanging out with us, and sharing some of this awesome information with our customer base. Hope you guys got some cool ideas or tips on how you can get the most out of your equipment, make some more money during these difficult times, and offer more range to your customer base. People you have buying from you now will buy more. So we're going to go over a brief slide presentation right now, just kind of recapping some of the information from today. For more information on anything we've discussed, be sure to hit the link in the Zoom chat, fill out the comment form so you can connect with the representative, as well as leave feedback. Like I mentioned, we are giving away that $25 store credit for your thoughts, suggestions, remarks, anything on how we can improve or use on the next webinar presentation. But let's get on to it. All right, so starting off with the Captain Platen hat printing system, what you will need is an actual kit. The kit will include a dock setup station, which you can secure to a sturdy flat tabletop using a C-clamp, the master adapter, which will allow us to take our platen and connect it to our direct-to-garment printer, and then the Captain Platen hat printing platen itself. Now, depending which trim of the kit that you purchase, there'll be available options that you can get, such as underbill, side panel, or for increased production, an additional hat platen. Now remember in the video, that's where we had one hat printing in the machine, and while that's being done, we're loading and prepping our second hat on our docking station. So we can be twice as quick and have things drying and printing in no time. As we mentioned during the presentation, the Captain Platen hat printing system is going to be compatible with the entire Epson F-Series line of direct-to-garment, F2000, F2100, and the brand new F3070. Additionally, you can also enjoy compatibility with the Brother GT3 series and GTX lines of direct-to-garment printers. Guys, it's a great way to increase sales with your existing customers, offer that hat with their same awesome custom artwork, and like we mentioned, this is going to be about the size of a pocket print. So lower cost print, higher profit margins, hats are not that expensive, and the markup that we can get these moved at, the numbers are going to speak for itself, guys. Okay, now moving into the face mask printing kit. This kit will include 3 available platen sizes for adult, youth, and a nice little rectangular 3x4. You're gonna have the same kind of dock setup station and the master adapter we already talked about. Now with these platen options here, it's gonna give us really unlimited options to print anywhere on face masks, get awesome crystal clear images on light and dark pieces. And if you're already a customer of, say, the Captain Platen Supreme hat system, then these mask platens can actually be purchased separately and used with your existing setup. So for more information and make sure you get exact items that you need for your order and your printer, be sure to hit the link in the description so you can connect with the representative, answer any questions you may have, and make sure you get set up with the right products. Like with the hat printing, this will be compatible with the Epson F-Series line of direct-to-garment. It's the F2100, 2100, 3070, and the Brother GT3 series, as well as GTX. This is a no-brainer, guys. We talked about these masks. They're not going anywhere. Now's the time to not only be safe, but let's make some money, offer your services, offer quality, and offer protection. Take the skills and the equipment that you already have at your fingertips and apply it to something that can help everyone. That's just going to about do it for us today, guys. I want to thank you all so much for taking the time to join us on this Zoom webinar presentation. It is our hope that we gave you useful information you can use to expand your projects in your printing operation. But for any questions you have that we didn't get to, be sure to hit that link in the Zoom chat so you can connect with the representative. Make sure you get that order dialed in exactly what you need for your printer, for your projects. We are offering that free $25 store credit if you have a chance to leave feedback, comments, remarks, suggestions on this presentation or for a future webinar, and then also the YouTube channel. It's going to be AA Print Supply Co. on youtube.com. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, tap that post notification bell so you never miss any of our awesome print related content, and drop some thumbs up if there's a video on there you guys enjoyed. Oh man, we are doing the loyalty rewards program as well. That's going to be over at the aaprintssupplyco.com website. Make sure you're logged in, registered with your account, tracks all your purchases. You can start earning rewards back on every item purchased on the website. This was a fun one today, guys. Thank you again so much. My name is Estevan. We are All American Print Supply. We'll see you on the next one.